Days Without Art, Monday, December 27th, 3 a.m. A reading from The Art of Forgiveness, Loving, Kindness, and Peace by Jack Kornfield. The human mind can create conflict. It can also create peace. To find peace in the world, we must find peace in ourselves. There is no higher happiness than peace, the Buddha. Within each of us, there is a silence as vast as the universe. We long for it. We can return to it. To make peace, we cannot ignore war, racism, violence, greed, the injustice and sufferings of the world. They must be confronted with courage and with compassion. Unless we seek justice, peace will fail. Yet, in whatever we do, we must not let war, violence, and fear take over our own heart. Whatever the situation, we cannot make peace unless we ourselves are peaceful. When the crowded refugee boats met with storms of pirates, if everyone panicked, all would be lost. But if even one person on the boat remained calm and centered, it was enough. They showed the way for everyone to survive. Thich Nhat Hanh. There are those who discover they can leave behind destructive relations and reactions and become patient as the earth, unmoved by fires of anger or fear, unshaken as a pillar, unperturbed as a clear and quiet pool, the Dhammapada. Peace is born out of equanimity and balance. Balance is flexibility, an ability to adjust graciously to change. Equanimity arises when we accept the way things are. If you expect your life to be up and down, your mind will be much more peaceful. Lama Yeshe. The first step to the knowledge of wonder and mystery of life is the recognition of the monstrous nature of the earthly human realm, as well as its glory. The realization that this is just how it is, that it cannot and will not be changed. Those who think they know, and their name is Legion, how the universe could have been had they created it, without pain, without sorrow, without time, without death, are unfit for illumination. So if you really want to help this world, what you will have to teach is how to live in it. And that no one can do who has not themselves learned how to live in the joyful sorrow and sorrowful joy of the knowledge of life as it is. Joseph Campbell. Praise and blame, gain and loss, pleasure and pain, fame and disrepute are the 8 worldly winds. They ceaselessly change. As a mountain is unshaken by the wind, so the heart of a wise person is unmoved by all the changes on this earth, the Buddha. Embracing both joy and sorrow, our heart can remain tender and wise. We can walk through the darkest night with the radiant conviction that all things work together for the good. Martin Luther King, Jr. Peace is not an absence of change or difficulty. It should not be confused with withdrawal or indifference to life. These are imitations of peace, ways of closing down based on fear. We must see them for what they are. Withdrawal removes us from connectedness, from openness, from love. When we withdraw out of fear, we run away. We believe that by disconnecting from others, we will be safe. Withdrawal is not true inner peace. Indifference pretends to create peace, but it is based on not caring, a silent resignation. It is a movement away, a separation fed by a subtle fear of the heart. We pull back, believing that what happens to others is not our concern. Our courage leaves us. Indifference is a misguided way of defending ourselves. The peace of the heart is not emotional resignation, but an openness that meets the ever-changing world with compassion. With equanimity, we can care for all things without trying to control them. When we cultivate compassion for others and strive to alleviate suffering in the world, yet still there are many situations we are unable to affect. As the Serenity Prayer says, may I have the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Acceptance does not mean inaction. We may need to respond strongly at times. From a peaceful center, we can respond instead of react. Unconscious reactions create problems. Considered responses bring peace. With a peaceful heart, whatever happens can be met with wisdom. Peace is not weak, it is unshakable.